An epidemic, that is how it is described again and again. But how do you qualify a widespread disaster without quantifying it? With no statewide database, our Tara Molina dug deeper, finding at least one county here that is taking tracking the heroin problem into its own hands.
You're not going to see drugs cooking in a spoon or an ambulance racing to an overdose. No, today this is about numbers and a county that monitors heroin the same way it follows West Nile, disease, and the flu. This is Richard Maruntas.
Yeah, I download and clean the data, load it into the charts, and then send that.
Chief epidemiologist.
It's research, it's science, it's social science.
For Summit County Public Health.
Different, say, age groups or gender.
And this is the heroin problem put into charts and graphs that put numbers to names.
So it's certainly one of the biggest public health problems I've encountered, if not the biggest.
The Summit County Health Department is tracking the heroin epidemic in a way many aren't.
We started last summer, probably a couple weeks after the real first wave hit.
In fact, there's no statewide database for all heroin overdoses or emergency and police calls.
It does in many ways act like a disease.
That's why he's compiling data like this, monitoring it and sending it out daily, weekly, and in monthly reports.
It's important for not just decision makers and people that are directly fighting the opiate crisis, but even for friends, families, and citizens to know when there's a big surge happening.
I called all 13 counties making up Northeast Ohio and learned they're all tracking the epidemic differently, which can be problematic.
I think the numbers end up getting underreported, so then it doesn't look like it's as bad as it is.
Why is it so important to keep track?
Knowing where outbreaks of overdoses are happening allows agencies to take a look and target resources better.
There are even some counties that aren't keeping track at all. That's because resources come into play here. But the program he developed is helping. He's able to track this in some counties outside of Summit. And he's putting all of that information online. Reporting in Summit County, I'm Tara Molina, News 5.